For a considerable time, there's been a growing sense of disappointment among bodybuilding enthusiasts regarding the direction of the sport and the physiques of the top athletes. Once upon a time, physique champions were highly respected and admired for their conditioning, shape, mass, and graceful posing style. However, over the years, the focus shifted towards who was the biggest, while other qualities became less important. The emphasis on aesthetics and beauty was lost, causing many fans to lose interest in the sport altogether, while others remained unhappy with the current standards. Arnold Schwarzenegger, being a legend in the sport and a fan himself, shares the same concerns. Arnold Schwarzenegger has been successful in various fields, but his career and success started with bodybuilding, where he gained recognition and is still considered the greatest of all time. He brought attention to bodybuilding in a way that has not been replicated. Back in the 80s and 90s, bodybuilding was centered around achieving the most impressive physiques that showcased perfect symmetry and massive muscles. Fans embraced this aesthetic, which was exemplified by bodybuilders like Schwarzenegger. He acknowledges the positive impact that bodybuilding has had on physical development, calling it one of the biggest benefits of human development in the last 50 years. However, Schwarzenegger is critical of modern bodybuilding, believing that it has lost its original definition. Arnold Schwarzenegger has expressed concerns about the current state of modern bodybuilding, which he believes is vastly different from the golden age of the sport in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Elite bodybuilders are now so obsessed with their size that it is detrimental to their health. While lifting weights is beneficial for most people, Arnold has noted that some competitors have taken it to the extreme and are only interested in size, size, size. He has warned that the competitiveness in the sport has gone too far, and some athletes are taking dangerous substances that can lead to fatal consequences. The current obsession with building muscle and bulking up has resulted in an alarming phenomenon known as muscle dysmorphia, or bigorexia. According to a 2014 study conducted by Harvard University, the use of steroids has increased since the 1980s and is expected to continue to rise in the coming decades. Dr. Harrison Pope, a leading expert on steroid abuse, has linked the use of these drugs to bigorexia. However, the use of performance-enhancing drugs and steroids in elite bodybuilding has several long-term health risks, such as testicular atrophy, infertility, and heart attacks, as research has shown. In recent years, the bodybuilding community has experienced a series of deaths, prompting Schwarzenegger to label the sport as the most dangerous in the world. The bodybuilding world has been deeply affected by the numerous bodybuilding deaths that have occurred in the last year, such as those of Sean Roden and George Peterson at the end of 2021. Arnold Schwarzenegger holds the view that modern bodybuilding has deviated from its original emphasis on beauty and aesthetics, and has instead become fixated on size and muscle mass, neglecting overall health and graceful posing. During the golden era of bodybuilding, from the 1960s to the 1980s, bodybuilders were admired for their proportional and aesthetic builds, with Arnold setting an example. However, in the late 20th century, bodybuilders are more concerned with larger, bulkier physiques, leading to the current trend of bubble guts, which is a bloated-looking abdomen, and this has caused posing to become a lost art in modern bodybuilding. Bubble gut, a term used to describe the distended belly or protruding gut that some modern bodybuilders display while posing, has become a significant problem in the sport of bodybuilding. This bloated and distended stomach is believed to be caused by excessive use of performance-enhancing drugs like insulin, human growth hormone, HGH, and insulin-like growth factor, IGF-1. Arnold Schwarzenegger believes that bodybuilding has strayed from the ideal physique, which is a V-shaped body that has been idolized for years. Instead, modern bodybuilders are becoming blockier on stage, moving away from the Greek ideal of having wide shoulders, a small waist, big thighs, and big calves. Arnold argues that bodybuilding should strive to create an X shape across the body with deltoids at the top, calves at the bottom, and the smallest part being the abs. He has challenged officials in the International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness, IFBB, to stop rewarding bloated stomachs and ugly bodies and return to the ideal physique. Arnold has also expressed concerns about the judging procedure and rules, which are focused solely on muscles and often favor the biggest competitor. Arnold Schwarzenegger's opinion on modern bodybuilding is that it has lost its focus on overall physique conditioning and aesthetics. He believes that the excessive focus on mass has resulted in many bodybuilders appearing bloated and lacking the lean, ripped physique that was a hallmark of the golden age of bodybuilding. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe for more fitness videos.